Of course, I ended up buying stuff that I didn't go there for, but right, we knew that was going to happen. We're stopping at the Country Antique Fair. It's our big antique mall here where we live. It's about 14,000 square feet. So a lot of times I mostly buy for myself, but occasionally I found things to resell. So let's see what we find today at the Country Antique Fair Mall. Okay, let's check out what antique store prices look like here in our area. $15. That's really pretty. $25. Cute. Metal duck for $12. Oh, but he looks like he belongs on the top of something. We found some studio pottery. This is like a batter bowl. Oh, it's probably this little, it's $15. It says as is, but I bet it's that little nick right there. That's a really nice price. Here, show everybody the stool we found, honey. Look at this cute little antique wooden stool, hand painted with the floral design for $15. Okay, we found some great studio pottery. I wonder if there was supposed to be a lid. So see how it kind of has with the handles? It makes me think, was there a lid there? Where's the tag? It says that it's, is it Fab Bright?
Yeah, Fab Bright
Studios. Big Bear, hand-thread pottery with handles, plate or a bowl, $25. Love these swan brass bookends they have, $60 firm, which, yeah, those are great. I hope they get 60 for them. Somebody finds a good home for those. I like her, she's stayed to a theme, or he. I'm sorry, I always assume she with an antique booth, and I absolutely shouldn't. What do we think this is? It's got a spout here, but there's no hole inside the mug. What they say, they say a stoneware bacon cooker. I think you like lay the bacon over the edges and cook it. It's a bacon cooker. What about these? These are pretty. Set of 3, little brown and green. These are good little nut bowls or olive bowls, or for your olive pits. These would be pretty on a charcuterie platter or board. Like this pottery would look really pretty on a wooden charcuterie board. And that's 3 for $29. What else? This is a pretty marble carved stone candle holder. I think there's only the one. It's another unique piece. These are fun hand-thrown goblets, wine goblets. These remind me very much of like the 70s for some reason. Let's see, there's 6 of them. Set of 6 studio pottery goblets for $99. But you know what? I don't think, I mean, it says goblets, right? I would use them like as our water glasses. What do you think? Right? I like to see the wine when I'm drinking it, right? But for another beverage, like your water This would look good with our with our dishes, honey. I like the blue and the brown green color. And you can definitely tell, I mean, each one is different. More red and blue studio pottery vase signed. I like that one. I like the organic feel of it. $35, that's a nice price. Oh, I love these. I love lamp. I love lamp. These 93 studio pottery, oh, these are fabulous. I think everybody knows we personally don't need any more lamps. But this one's 93 and this one's 149. Those are really good prices for those. Oh, I love this. Look at these brass giraffes. Set of 2, $450, not sold separately. They're pretty great as far as if you are a collector of brass animals. These two are pretty great. I wonder what time it is. Look how cute this cuckoo clock is. And the bottle section. I like a good collection. It's true. That's cute. I saw something cool in booth S4. Cute. This booth has great books. Look at this one. It's the Dictionary of Blue and White Pottery. Reference books for myself. This Pottery and Porcelain Marks, a pictorial guide. You know, as great as Google Lens is, I mean, these are really a lot more helpful because the marks on the backs of dishes and all the pretty things aren't always easy to Google and find out. So I'm going to invest in this for myself, and I think this one too. That's all the history of blue and white. It says printed pottery, so like transferware from 1780 to 1880. So I think this will be fun to flip through and learn a little more about these true antiques. So for myself. Now this, I'm not sure. It is a little indoor planter. It's very pretty. It says that it's, well, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Fance pottery flower pot and underplate. Looks like it was 85, now it's 25. So they're wanting to move it. Hand painted in Portugal. Mata Hegda Designs. And it's numbered. It's very pretty. This is a beautiful vase. They say, seller says that it is Brush McCoy art pottery. Online prices go up several $100s. No marks. They want $69.95 for it. Like this one right down from it. I like that price a little better. And that's really unique. Kind of has that iridescent glaze. Looks like there's no markings on it. Beautiful set of Fostoria, amethyst Fostoria. What else is in here? Lots of pretties. Piece of pottery, what is that? That's really pretty. Spotted this pair of jade foo dogs for $84 for the pair. I And they are pretty fun. And they're on these little stands next to the alligator. He's happy. He's a happy alligator. He's 38. Look at these guys. This looks like that. Yeah, that's similar to that Fitz and Floyd piece I just picked up. These little frogs and the flower. More brass. Looks like a brass rooster and hen. The price is $115 for the pair. Okay, here's another one of those boxes. It's made out of a broken jar. 24. Now here's a Jasperware. I don't often see this pink color. Trinket box for 34. Okay, we just spied this great piece of pottery, vintage R-signed multi-spout glazed pottery vase for 78. I love the colors of it and how bright that is, and it is signed and dated 79 on the bottom. I think there's room for me as a reseller, but again, and it's so unique. This is what makes you have a home unlike other people, when you find pieces like this that are one of a kind. If you're a fan of clown art, original clown art, this is a good one. Sign. I believe it's Kathy's from 1972, 3, 7, sometime in the 70s. I love it, Kathy. Let's see how much they want for him. $18, $17.99. I kind of like him. I'm not gonna get him, but I kind of like him because he's a happy clown. More clown art, but this clown is not happy. This clown is sad. That cute little blue and white lion. He's so cute. Let's see. It's 1970s. I cannot pronounce that. He's $45. He's really cute. Got a whole blue and white section. There I am. Hello. All those cute little Dutch kissing. The little Delft. Little Delft pieces are sweet. It's a good collection. I like a good collection. Now, I've had some other Mayflower, Vernon Kills Mayflower dishes, and this teapot is gorgeous. I've never done well selling teapots, but this one is a very pretty one. And they want $48 for it. Pretty, pretty. I'm digging this vintage. It looks like paint by numbers. I can't, can you read what that says up there? That price tag? $45. That's very cool. Old paint by numbers, but I'm not sure what it's of. Remember, I just saw this down at BTS in Beverly Hills. This looks like the same Avon milk glass. I bet this one might be clean on the inside. It is. 2-piece candy dish, $20. Got all kinds of little Avon pieces in here. Collector. There's a great yellowware bowl. I have sold some like this. This one is $25. Pretty. Okay, let me look here. $5. I like a plate for $5. Made in Portugal. It's got a little chippy. That's a pretty, I kind of like that. He's on sale for $85. He was $100. I think he's a tonala piece. We spotted a bunch of Roseville pottery down here. It's behind glass. And these two pieces, I'm not sure what the pattern is, but it's a huge bowl and a huge vase. And they want $1,000 for it, for two of them. For both of those pieces would be $1,000. There's more back here in the back. Hard to see with the glare on the glass, but that one's really pretty with the handle to it. I'm having a hard time reading the 240, I think is what that one is. Look at this needle point up here. And that's very old, very beautiful, and somebody worked really hard on that. These are pretty little Ming Rose trinket. Little trinket. These make pretty little ring and earring catch-alls. Or you can set this next to a candle and like put a matchbook in it, and then, you know, a lot of times when you use the matchbook, you have that, what's it called, a match? You have the match, and then you can just set it right in there. You don't have to throw it away right away. Is Booth having a sale? Yes, 20% off. And they're $19 for two. So 20% off of 19. I can do it when it's a whole number. Like 20% off of 20 would be $2. No, $4. So I know you're forcing me to do math. So a little under like 380. 380. So 380 off of 19. This is a lot of math. Do $4, so $15 for two. These are so sweet. I may even get them as a little gifty gift. Look at this guy, vintage California original duck ashtray. Look at him. He's 42, so again, it'd be 20% off of 42. But he is very mid-century. This California original on the bottom, so it's California pottery. It has a number. I'd have to look in my California pottery book, see if I could find anything. I think this vendor has a darling setup, and she wants, or he wants 30% off everything, which is even harder math. Oh, okay, let's see, this Francoma pitcher, or creamer, is 18. I can't do 30% off 18. That math's...
540.
Okay, see, my husband's really good at math, so... Another reason why, like, it's why we go well together. So it's how much off?
$5.40.
$5.40, okay. This vendor's got really great taste. Whoever you are, booth C8, you've got really great stuff. Like these escargot bowls. We're serving 2 of these, not sold separately, as a set for $12. That's a good price. And then 30% off of that. That's really good. And then this looks like a Francoma trivet, which, you know, I'm finding a lot of these. This is a bicentennial. $16 minus 30%. I like this table. How much is this table? This is $125, not for discount, so I don't blame her. She wants full. I'm digging that though. $65 for that pitcher. Looks like ironstone. Sure it is. It's stamped Bismarck, England. I like this booth's little tags. They're so cute. Idlewild Antiques. You've got these cute little round tags. Of course, I love the blue, but all this original pottery here. Nice little prices on them. The Franciscan ware's here. Here's more Roseville honey over here. Let's see what the prices are on these. These are much smaller pieces that were in that other booth. Okay, I don't want to drop it. This one is from the 1940s and it's $80. It's very pretty. Very, very pretty. And I'm not going to touch anymore because I don't want to break it. What is this down here? Oh, I like this. What is this? This is Roseville. Oh, Roseville type. Roseville type pottery. I got excited a minute because it says it was $22, but it's because it's Roseville type, like in the style of. It's unique. You guys know how I feel about a unique. I'm gonna hold on to this maybe for right now. Ooh. Like this, it's McCoy Sunburst green yellowware. I have not seen this green color before. It looks like there's a crack along the bottom, but all this yellowware, you would only, I would say only use it for display. That would be my recommendation. But they want $75. And if you were a collector of this yellowware, and especially a unique color like this, I say unique because I've never seen it before, but it may be more popular than I realize. But that's really nice. It would be a good piece to add to a collection. Here's another piece of McCoy, and this one is stamped McCoy on the bottom, and it's got this kind of bark base to it. Yeah. Planter with bark detail for $45. My grandmother liked McCoy, and she was, she gets a lot of credit for my antiquing when I was a little girl, and my mom and I would go to visit her. She always wanted to go antiquing, and I hated it. I hated going to the antique stores. She was always in the hunt for Fiesta. Those were her dishes that she got, I think, for her wedding, and then she continued to add to her collection, and so some of that soaked in apparently, and I grew up and started appreciating going antiquing. She would be proud. Okay, so we're heading back over to our antique mall. It's been a few weeks since we were there, and there's a couple of pieces of pottery that I haven't been able to get out of my head since we were there. I feel like they're meant to be mine. It's a Wednesday at like 4:30. The place is packed. Makes me nervous that my items aren't going to be there. Makes me want to own an antique store, an antique mall. This isn't one of the ones we're coming from, but I spotted it while I was quickly walking by, and it's vintage McCoy. And it's that blue and white, blue and pink. And this one's on sale. Okay, this wasn't what I came in for, but what does that have to do with anything? Okay, still haven't made it to the things I came here for, but this more pottery caught my eye. It's signed, it has this little lip on it, so I'm not sure what you would use it for, but it's signed on the bottom, so I'm gonna hold on to it. And then I spotted this cute little, it says it's a 1950s wooden bobby pin. Look how sweet that is with hand painting on the top. It's $20 firm. That's pretty sweet. I made it to the booth that had one of the things I came back for, and I can't find it. So it's probably gone. Is that McCoy? It was the brush McCoy, so one of the early pieces, the vase. I think it's gone. Okay, this is why you have to look around, because I was just about to walk away and I thought, thought, oh, it's sold. Nope, it just moved. So that's one of the things I came in for. It's just so pretty and in such good condition. And I'm so happy that it's still here. This one, I'm not familiar with Bennington pottery. Oh, it's so pretty. I need to learn more about all these different types of pottery. There's so many things out there. So much to learn. Look how cute these canisters are. The blue Delft windmills, and then these over here. Oh, really, really cute. Let's see if there's, I don't see a price anywhere. Easy to spot, but they're pretty. Get my very own Oscar for only $34. I'm loving this vintage needlepoint. I'm gonna call him a cockatoo. I don't know if that's what he is with his little red head. But I love that it's a little red velvet trim on the inside of the gold frame. I want $64 for him. I love him. He's very cute. Here's the other thing I came back for. And it's still here. And it's this bowl that says Roseville type. But it looks a lot, it's stamped Japan. It looks a lot like some McCoy. But it does have this little Japan stamp right here. So I was hoping that it was maybe going to be, it looks an awful lot like Roseville and McCoy, but it's such a pretty, it's a pretty glaze, and the little handles on there. Oh, now I'm second guessing myself again because of the Japan stamp. I wanted it to be made in the USA, but I don't know. I came back for it. Now I'm second guessing myself again. And I don't see the other. The other was the bowl, unless it's in a different booth, was the greenware bowl. So unless that's been moved or it was in a different booth, I thought they were both in the same booth, but maybe not. And that was the other one that I wanted. There were 3 things I wanted to come for. And I found 2 of them so far. And I'm still looking for that greenware bowl because I've thought about that one a lot. But I'm also distracted with a lot of other cute, fun, pretty things. Oh, it's another McCoy. This is all McCoy over here. There's that one I saw before. Look at that. With that crackle, the gold crackle on it. It's really pretty. Okay, wait, I can't do this with full hands. How much is this one? This one is $50. It's a line window box. Grecian 24 karat gold, 12 inches. That's something else. Yeah, and it has the 24 karat gold stamp on there. But it's not what I came for. So many unique McCoy pieces. Like, I'm not sure, maybe that's just it just says 3-footed bowl. A piece of McCoy. I do love pottery, and the more you learn about it, the more you want to buy it. Grant a wish to me, a wishing well. That is cute. It's a planter. It's a McCoy planter. It's got the little Look at that. And that doesn't come off, but that's pretty special. $35. Oh, I love that. A piece of vintage McCoy. Okay. Hoping my greenware bowl hasn't sold, but we'll keep looking. See if we can find it. I need an iced chai latte and a pumpkin and pepita loaf.
Derek, a pumpkin loaf.
It's just a pumpkin loaf.
London fog
You better tell me if you
with
want it hot.
oat milk and sugar-free vanilla.
You make it hard on the people.
I don't make it hard.
You're complicated.
London fog. I mean, it's not hard.
With oat milk and sugar-free vanilla, 2.5 pumps, hot,
I mean,
grande. Yeah, and you always say it out of order. You don't ever say it like in an order that makes sense.
who orders a cold London fog? Nobody.
Maybe people. And because you always tell them all your stuff out of order,
It's never right.
it's never right.
It's never right.
And you get upset. But if you would learn,
I tell them.
you learn your order.
I tell them all the proper
Oh
things.
no. No. It doesn't smell right. And you won't drink it. Here's the funny thing. You want it hot, but then you think it's too hot. So you let it until it gets cold. And then you drink it. Okay.
Well, you can't order it like half warm.
Add that to your order. Tell them you want it half warm. My warm pumpkin loaf.
I mean, talk about bad
Snack time.
orders.
I'm not sharing then. You're gonna make fun of my order. You make fun of my order, you don't get any. Okay, so not surprisingly, I ended up with more than just what I went in there for. But, right, we knew that was happening. So I went in for three things that I'd seen before, and really the reason why we went back today. And so I'll tell you kind of what happened. So I found I found two of the three things. There was a greenware McCoy, I believe it was McCoy mixing bowl that I knew within a couple of days. I was like, I need to go back there. I keep thinking about that bowl. I need to go back. Well, somebody else must have been thinking about that bowl too, or liked it when they saw it, because it was gone. I could not find it. So I hope whoever has it loves it, because I wish I had it. So that wasn't there. There was another bowl that the seller had listed as Roseville style. So when I looked back on the footage, I thought, you know what, that looks like it could be McCoy. I know he has Roseville style on there, but I thought I want to go back and look at that. That was a good piece, and it was a good price, and so found that one. But I noticed it was stamped Japan on the bottom. So not made in the USA pottery, which is really kind of what I like to find and want to collect more of. Specifically, California pottery is really what I want to start building a really nice collection of. I'd love to have more of it to sell in my shop, but I just want more of it for myself too. Something fun to hunt for. I don't know, when you're a thrifter and you're thrifting as a business, you're looking just for anything and everything that is vintage, antique, that you can resell. But I also think it's fun to have something that you just personally hunt for yourself. I collect Halcyon Days boxes, which Derek likes to get me those as gifts for holidays, which I love. And it's something I rarely find out in the wild. Most of the ones we've found have been on eBay. But, so I thought, I want something else that I can find when I'm on the hunt, where I could be excited to find it, like I said, in the wild. And so pottery is something I'm drawn to. It's something I'm in the process of trying to learn a lot more about. There are so many different companies, brands of pottery, vintage pottery, especially in California. California has such a rich history of pottery. So I have a lot to learn, but I think it's going to be fun to have something to hunt for like that. So it was 3 pieces of pottery that I was going to look for today. And they, I thought they were all McCoy. One ended up being, looks like from Japan. So I ended up leaving that behind, even though it had been on my mind. I decided since it wasn't USA made that I would leave it behind. And then I was afraid that the other thing that I had gone there for was really, really wanting was gone as well, because it wasn't on the same shelf. And I told Derek, I need to hunt around the booth, because it looks like he had reorganized the booth. So, and I'm glad I did, because I found it and I love it so much. It is this brush McCoy pottery. It has this beautiful drip glaze to it that is blue and rust and brown, and it's going to look so pretty on my dining room table with some other pieces of pottery, little vases that I've started a little collection of. So I was really excited to find it, and the owner of the booth gave me a great deal on it. So it made me love it even more, of course. And then the other things that I found were just some fun odds and ends. One was this desert rose, a piece of California pottery. This is Franciscan. It has the Made in California stamp. It is one of their relish dishes, like a pickle dish. And this seller, I got excited for a hot second, because there was a sign in her booth that said, everything in the booth is 50% off. So I started grabbing stuff. It turns out that the sign was old, and they ended up giving us 25% off instead of the 50. So anyway, we'll take it. And I also got this cute little patriotic patriotic pig picture. Say that a bunch of times fast. I believe it's McCoy. It's not stamped as such, but I have some McCoy books that I found down in San Diego. I got a bunch of the old collector's books. And so I believe it's McCoy, but I need to look in my book and double check. I got a couple things I'm not going to show you because they go with a project that we're working on. Derek's getting back in the car because he was making a return somewhere. I got this Majolica corn pitcher. I thought it was pretty. It's the fall. Will make for a great piece of fall decor without, being a pumpkin. So I'll probably put this in my shop. There wasn't a lot that I found today I found a lot, but there wasn't a lot that I could resell. And that's okay, because sometimes you thrift for yourself, not for everybody else. We've got these all kind of tucked in here. So this is a piece of Bauer pottery, which is a piece of California pottery. Bauer was made in Los Angeles for a lot of years, still is. The company shut down, I think, in the 60s and then was revived, I believe, in the 90s. Again, I'm still learning, but their ringware is like their most popular line, and I loved the colors for fall, the orange rusty color. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this or I'm going to sell it, but again, I thought pretty for this time of year in the fall. And then the last thing I got is tucked down in here. Here, honey, will you hold my bowl? Thank you. We've done such a good job of packing things down in here. Was another piece of California pottery, this bowl, which is, it has the stamp of the What'd I tell you it is? See, I'm still learning.
I don't know.
It's either the gilding or gildened. Gilden, you don't know. Why am I asking you? Of course you don't know. Anyway, it's it's a piece of California pottery early on. It has this beautiful wavy pattern to it around the edges. It's very old, and I say old, it's probably from, well, I'm not even going to say because I'm not sure.
Don't guess.
I'm not going to guess. I want to say it was more of like Depression era, 30s and 40s, but I'll correct myself on here if I'm wrong, which there's a strong possibility that I could be wrong. I'm still learning, but like I said, it's something I'm excited to learn more about, and will give me something fun to hunt for, not just for my business, but for myself. I'm sure the boys will be thrilled to inherit all of this pottery one day. But that was it. That was the little haul. I was excited. I got one of the things that I went back for. And then I found some other goodies too. Some to keep and some maybe to resell. Maybe all to keep. I don't know. I hope you enjoyed this quick little visit to our antique mall. And this is where I don't know what to say at the end. To close it up. I'll see you later.
See you next time.
I guess that's just probably what, my sign off should be. Don't make fun.
I'm not making fun.
You are making
That's
fun.
a good one. It's a good sign off.
Every piece tells a story. And I'm glad you're a part of mine. We'll see you next time.
There you go. That's good.
Okay, wait. I want to put this. Hopefully that's not all crooked.